things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Fighting Irish, South Bend, Indiana, beneath the Golden Dome and Notre Dame Stadium. Notre Dame lining up to kick off and get this one started. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So the Washington Huskies offense will go on the attack first. And Jesse, this offense is built around a guy who could be a generational talent at wide receiver.
This offense is explosive because of that guy. He can take routine catches and turn them into long touchdowns. He can take the top off of the defense. They're going to throw his way early and often in this game, Dave.
And I can tell you already, the defensive coordinator is not enjoying his life. Like, every single play, you better know where he is. He can wreck a game in one play, can hit the home run at any time. All eyes will be on him.
Out across the 30, steps out of bounds at the 31-yard line as they try to put something together. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. This new Big Ten is balanced and deep, and you're not going to get many mulligans. You're going to need to get off to a quick start.
And it's going to be a physical grind ahead. You look at the schedule for these teams, it's brutal. Each and every week, you are going to get tested. So it's important they get off to a really fast start. They've got to come out, pick everything they did on the practice field this offseason, and let these guys go play.
Yeah, and you got to let it rip, man, because that's always your first goal, right? We talk about conference championships, winning your conference, and then it gets you to where you need to go. So looking forward to getting conference play kicked off in the Big Ten.
Washington has a lot of things working, set up with another first down. Pulls it and fires to the left.
This is no surprise to defenses anymore. Everybody throws wide receiver screens, and you could tell they were ready for it. They saw the quick game. They pounced on it, got the wide receiver on the ground. That's not the first time they've seen that.
Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down. You want to talk about shaking down thunder from the sky. That's what they're doing here on third down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Davis. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42. Washington has it and a fresh set of downs. Looking for a man. It's Flowers. Here's the pressure. Finds his big tight end. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle. And the Huskies can really attack on this second and short. Pressure coming. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. And he drops it. Just took his eye off of it at the last minute.
Man, when you go over the middle, you got to be willing to take the punishment. You're going to get hit a lot of times anyways. So you might as well catch the football. But his arms starting to look a little bit like Reese Davis when the check comes at dinner.
Got enough to move the sticks. First down from the 17. The Huskies had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues.
Man, I love when defenses have a plan and they know what they're going to get. They see the jet sweep. They're not caught off guard. Nice job setting the edge, rallying, running to the football, and getting the guy on the ground.
Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2.
Well, this defense knew coming into the game they were going to see some of these jet sweeps, and they were ready that time. Great job communicating before the snap. Everybody had their eyes in the right place, and they're able to tackle the receiver for a loss.
Can't make the grab in this offense, which has been brilliant this season on third down. Doesn't convert this time. And that is no good. Kicker couldn't quite get it through, and the scoreboard remains the same. So the Notre Dame Fighting Irish offense comes out first time they've had the ball today. And last week, you want to talk about a guy using every tool in the bag from the running back position. David, this guy did it.
He was a monster, man. I think when you turned on the tape this week, you saw it, man. So many different ways he could hurt you, and he could be a focal point of this offense. The defense, they know well and good of what happened last week. And their first objective this week, Palmer, is to stop that dude.
Yeah, they know the entire offense goes through him. All week long, they've been stressing tackling, staying in your gaps, waiting at the point of attack, getting as many hats to the football as humanly possible, because you can't shut this guy down. You can only hope to contain him, but what a challenge this defense faces today.
Fires to the wideout. They needed a big play, and they got it, and the foot down for the first down.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
Defense has dominated the early part of this game, and the stats point that out emphatically. First play of the period, first down here. Right downfield. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32.
Well, the play fake on the RPO bought the receiver some time to work himself open on the route. That was a man-to-man coverage on the defense. Nice job by the receiver putting his foot in the ground and separating.
How many guys are left grabbing for air as he gets it to the 26-yard line? The Irish come to the line facing second and short. The give from the gun. Finding open areas. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it first and goal at the 6.
What a run. Great speed, great vision, elusiveness, and David, he's tackled down close to the goal line.
Yeah, and this offense, when you can run the football like this, man, you will have success, especially in the red zone, trying to get touchdowns.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Fighting Irish.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And he's going to try to return this one. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. They're looking for something, looking for anything to try to put some kind of score on the board, down 7-0.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
To the 43-yard line and a first down for this offense. Dropping back, it's Flowers. Quarterback strolling away from Heat. The throw. Got his man on the right. At the 35, he's open. Turning on the Jets. Run out of bounds after the long game, but they've got it now first and goal. And that big gainer on the last one has them ready to go from inside the 10. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Third and goal, and let's see if they can even operate in this noise. He wants it all. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. They finally get him down, but a huge return. Not only do they get the ball back, but man, did they set up some field position. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. From the gun, the running back looking for room. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 or 4, and we are not going to complain.
He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling. They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. Notre Dame facing a 3rd and long, trying to keep this drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. A shot toward the end zone. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. Notre Dame lining up to punt it away. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. Not going to take a chance to grab that one as it bounces out of bounds. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
He might want another play. Back to throw, it's Flowers. Going downfield for the big play. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Gets it out quickly. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the 1st down marker. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this 3rd down play. Clock running. Wants to throw again. Flips it out in the flat. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. The volley cheers going on high, and here comes the Thunder being shaken down on 3rd down. Rushes on him. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's cut. Washington sends out the punt team. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. Signals for the fair catch, and that's where they'll put it in play just outside the 20. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Last time they had it, didn't pick up a 1st down. Let's see if they can put something together here. They'll start this drive going to the air. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window
brings him to the open. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling there out to the 35. The offense will have to use its 1st timeout of the half. They'll snap it on 1st down from the 35. Wants to throw on 1st down. He's got an open man. Lowers those pads. He was off to the races and maybe another step or two and he would have scored, but they get him at the 21-yard line. The offense will quickly use a timeout. Notre Dame coming to the line with another 1st down. Wants to go up top on 1st down. A shot toward the end zone. He is going to have nightmares about that one. A big gainer right there for the taking, and he missed it. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Back to pass. This time he's got his man. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule. What that means is keeping 3rd downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that.
Hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Irish.
And that's the way you execute on offense, man. You keep your foot on the gas. Try to make this a 2-score game. You do with that touchdown. This offense executing beautifully. The defense is going to have to find something in the 2nd half to get some stops.
Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Give to the back. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line. Washington about to boot it deep to start things in the second half. And he's going to bring it out. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Here come the Irish back on offense. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Passing game very effective on second down. What about here on third? From the gun, wants to pass. Looking downfield. Got his man all by himself. Oh, he's got some space. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
You gotta love aggressive offenses. You get third down and short, a lot of defenses thinking run. They got fourth down in their back pocket. This offense is aggressive, takes the shot, makes the big...
And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Notre Dame!
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Louisville rolled to victory, and how about that Cardinals quarterback? Remember, this is a program that produced Lamar Jackson, so to gush about a play caller there, that's saying something. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still 2 quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Back to throw, it's Flowers. Extending the play. Wiggles free. Didn't find much running room there. Picks up a few before he's forced out of bounds.
And that's a really good job by this defense, because remember, when the quarterback runs, now you got an extra blocker, because he's not just handing it off and standing there, and they still did a good job.
Going to throw it over the top of the D. He's got it inside the 30. Seizing that open space, an opportunity all the way inside the red zone. They'll mark it at the 19. The entire complexion of this possession changed on that one play. Now they've got it 1st and 10 inside the 20. Grab near the marker. It's Harris. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, but they've got it 1st and goal. This Washington offense moving quickly down the field. Now he's going to break the pocket. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there. They'll try to dial up a better one this time on 2nd and goal from the 5. He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. Relentless, tough running, gets it down to the 4.
And on offense, you know this is 4-down territory. You have to come away with a touchdown. You're getting boat raced in this game right now. You're going to have to make this possession count.
Yeah, definitely, because of the slow start, now putting yourself behind the 8 ball. I think this offense is going to have to be aggressive the rest.
Touchdown, Washington! They punctuate the chance with a trip to the end zone.
This coaching staff was trying to identify playmakers on offense early this year. How about the start of the season this guy has had? Scored in their first game. He scored early in this one. Defenses up to this point don't have any answers for this guy.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. This lead that they've been working with has dwindled to 2 possessions, and now they'll try to find a little breathing room on this drive. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Off play action. Finds his big tight end. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. Notre Dame now facing 3rd and inches. Tight end now in motion. He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. The Irish send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll try to field the punt and bring it back. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. This feels like a pivotal moment. Get the ball back on the punt. You need to put points on the board on this drive.
Yeah, its sense of urgency right now has got to be high for this offense. Trailing the way they are here, David.
Trying to get behind the defense. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Still on his feet at the 45. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. Off the play fake on first down to throw. He lets one fly deep. Grabs it inside the 15. He's there to make the stop, but not before. He sets up this offense 1st and goal from the 7. They ripped off a huge chunk, and now a little chunk is needed to pay it off. They'll go to the air. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Wants to go up top. Makes the grab. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. After giving up that big play, this defense has been a rough 3rd and goal coming. These 2 quarterbacks have produced as we check out their numbers after 3. They love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. They want to dance their way in on 3rd and goal. Got enough space, and he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Fighting Irish.
The identity of this offense is their ability to run the football. They're doing that in this game. That's now 3 rushing touchdowns on the day.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week.
This has been a frustrating day. I mean, they haven't moved the ball consistently, and now you get a play, but they haven't put 2 and 3.
There he goes. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. To the air, it's Flowers. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback and this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You've got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. the run. And he'll pick up one. It brings up 2nd and 9.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Out of the gun, the inside give. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. And he's brought down after a nice game.
And this offense does it again on 3rd down. They have been so elite on 3rd down all game long. That's the money down. All the coaches talk about it every single time we meet with them. They've been brilliant at it. They've built the lead, and they've got a good chance to finish this one out if they keep that up.
He'll do it himself. Turning it on! Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be 1st down. The Irish relying on the running game to give them this fresh set of downs. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Throws to the wideout. They've avoided the interception all day, but they were lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be 2nd down. They're about to run a dirty half-dozen plays on this drive. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Notre Dame comes to the line needing a chunk play on 3rd down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Robinson. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. 7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. They'll go to the ground. All things considered, he's probably lucky to be back to the line of scrimmage. Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit. This is going to have to be unleashed from 54 yards out. It is good. And now the lead is extended a little further. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Men, the first meeting between Iowa and Iowa State happened back in 1894, but they've only awarded the actual Cy-Hawk Trophy since 1977. Here's how today's game went down. Iowa State somehow, some way, found a way there in Ames and picked up a much-needed victory. It wasn't a masterpiece, but let's be honest, it wasn't a loss either. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update.
And after that long completion for the 1st down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage?
Going over the top. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Looking to throw, it's Flowers. Here comes the heat.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job, buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield, nothing there. So instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
He gets it oh so close to the 1st down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. Takes a shot as he throws, and it never had a chance. Incomplete. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. The Irish will need to move the sticks on 3rd and long to keep this drive going. Takes the handoff, and he's going right. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Punt is in the air. Looks it all the way in, and now turns his attention upfield. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Bunch formation for these receivers. Throws to the tight end. Working on the right. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. To the air on first down. A deep throw as the clock winds down. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Dropping back, it's Flowers. Looking to the big tight end. Complete in the middle. Timeout on the field and 4 ticks left to go. After this, it'll be a wrap. Looking downfield on first down. Buys a little time with his feet. Fires deep toward the end zone. And he'll get in for the late touchdown, the consolation prize, the window dressing score to make the final outcome a little closer.
How about the bomb? The Hail Mary coming out, and the offense executes it great. They throw the ball deep. Where's the defense? Man, you know this ball is going deep. You know they need it. They got to have it. And the defense just doesn't play great, doesn't get to the football to make a play.
It's really the most common